You all know that very serious concerns about police accountability have in the last 2 weeks been expressed with unmistakable clarity. While the youth of this country have been at the forefront of making the urgent resolution of this issue a national priority, there is no doubt that on this matter, they speak for more than only their demographic. The groundswell of support the youths have attracted reflects a widespread view that the crisis of policing is a national emergency. The federal and state governments have endorsed this demand for reforms to policing, and central to this endorsement is a firm signal that impunity will not be tolerated. From the foregoing, the governors of the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT minister agreed at the last meeting of the National Executive Economic Council to establish judicial commissions of inquiry into acts of police brutality in every state. This is a critical step in establishing accountability for unlawful conduct by police personnel and creating a platform for victims and their families to receive redress for their pain and loss. Such an inquiry would also, along with other actions, help enthrone the principle that the police, as a prime law enforcement agency in Nigeria, must itself be governed by and uphold the rule of law. The emergence of sustained institutional mechanisms for independent review of police actions will help provide safeguards against the abuse of powers. It will also help build public confidence that we can build a police service that can be relied upon to enforce the law fairly and impartially. An inquiry into police failings is one of the first steps that can be immediately taken among the several other measures required for securing comprehensive police reforms. Foremost amongst these is the constitutional arrangement for policing, especially its funding, its governance, its training and professionalism, and the welfare of its personnel. Every state government is aware of the prevailing anomaly in policing. The deployment in all the states of police officers controlled by the federal government, but whose operations are funded by the state governments. As recommended by the APC Committee of the Federalism, chaired by our governor, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, it is time to develop policing powers and institute the necessary safeguards for lawful conduct and the protection of human rights. My Lord, ladies and gentlemen, with solemn appreciation of the importance of this assignment, I hereby inaugurate the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Police Brutality in Kaduna State and grant the Commission 6 months to conclude its work and submit its report. As agreed by the National Economic Council, this commission has the following terms of reference. 1, to receive and investigate complaints of police brutality or related extrajudicial killings. 2, to evaluate evidence presented and other surrounding circumstances and draw conclusions as to the validity of the complaints. And 3, to recommend compensation and other remedial measures where appropriate. We wish the Commission success in its work, and we call on the general public, particularly the protesters and victims of any violations of human rights by the police, to avail this Commission of Inquiry every relevant information to enable it to deliver justice to victims and to help orient the police to a new standard of rigorous compliance with the rule of law.